Hey everyone, this is Wendy Pineda with Total Access LA, and today we had a very interesting trip through East Los Angeles. That's right. Well, Think Latino and STX Studios invited us, leading to the release of their new movie, The Bye Bye Man, to have this paranormal uh, tour throughout East Los Angeles. So the tour started in downtown LA at the Biltmore Hotel. Then we stopped by the Evergreen Cemetery, by the streets of East LA, where Richard Ramirez, the serial killer, was arrested. The Cecil Hotel, where this girl died by mysterious causes. And then we had a stop at Casa del Mexicano for those of you that are not familiar with it. It's actually a pretty cool place in East LA where at some point there was a church, then there was the Mexican consulate, and now it could be rented out for community events. But they have some creepy murals inside there, and that's why we stopped by that place. And our last stop was the Linda Vista Hospital, which was very creepy to know that actually now they call it a charming community for senior citizens. Wow, I gotta say the people living there has some guts I might say to be there after the stories, the hunting stories that I have heard. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to a couple of stories here because the whole purpose of this tour was to get connected with the paranormal, hear a couple of stories, and as a tour guide, we had Mario Becerra, who is the author of Haunted East Los Angeles. And when we stopped by the cemetery, he told us a lot of stories, and obviously I can't. It's gonna be a little tough to condense 3 hours of a tour in a few minutes, but I'll try my best. But one of the stories that I enjoyed very much was the one about Don Jose. He's actually one of the groundkeepers there. And Don Jose went to the chapel and he's trimming everything around the chapel, and all of a sudden he's gonna get his blower, and he listens to somebody just whisper like shh right before he's gonna turn on the blower, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna pretend this didn't happen. And he went and trimmed some other sections, continued his work, went back to the entrance of the chapel, and once again he hears the shh. And Don Jose at that point he's like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away from this for right now. So definitely, even the staff of the Evergreen Cemetery has experienced some stuff. They have said that they have seen a floating woman. Apparently, there's a story, because not all the stories are bad. You know, they're good stories, and a very heartfelt story that Mario shared with us was about a man that lost his wife, and at some point he wanted to take his life. He couldn't bury the pain of losing his wife, and in one of the visits that he had, right before he was thinking to take his life away, he heard his mother's voice. He heard somebody calling his name first. And then after that, he comes to realize it's his mother. And all of a sudden, he starts tearing. He let everything out. He was crying like a baby. But at that moment, he felt everything was going to be okay. And because of that experience and listening to his mother's voice, this man did not commit suicide. So very interesting stories, a lot of good stuff out there. So I'm going to leave you with that little bit about what we encountered today during the Bye Bye Man Paranormal bus tour that we took. It was a lot of fun, and it was leading up, like I said before, to the release of the film, The Bye Bye Man, which is, you know, three teenagers, college students, I will say, if you watch the trailer, find it on YouTube. Just go and Google online The Bye Bye Man, and I'm sure you can find the trailer. But it's about three friends, college students. They move into a new house, and they stumble upon the horrific origins of the Bye Bye Man. So if you're into horror film and you like those kind of movies, which I gotta admit, guys, I am a big chicken, so it will be a little hard for me to go and sit down through this one. But it's going to be released on Friday the 13th. It's going to be pretty exciting, so go and watch it at a theater near you, and come back, share with us your comments about the film and what you thought. And I totally recommend that you take a paranormal tour of East Los Angeles, because there are some interesting facts that you will learn. It was a lot of fun today.